What's up, everybody? My name's Trey. This is Denzel. Welcome back to Better Days Sports. And on this episode of the podcast, we'll be talking about the 5 best nicknames, in our opinions, from the NBA. But before we actually get into the episode, before we get into the podcast, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time we post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below of your favorite NBA nickname. So, Denzel, go ahead and start us off. Who you got first, baby?
This one is simple, man. I know a lot of people don't realize it, but his name is Carmelo Anthony, not just Melo. So that's my number one right there. And I know other people may run with it, may not run with it. That's cool, but just understand it originated with Carmelo Anthony, Mr. Syracuse, Mr. Denver Nuggets, Mr. New York Knicks. You know what I mean? That's my first one. Who you got?
So look, for the all the younger people out there, who he meant to say was LaMelo, because that's who y'all thought he was gonna say. Because y'all don't know nothing about old Melo. We got young Melo, just younger generation. You just go ahead and follow us just for 1 second. Now, for me, number one, and I think one of the more interesting nicknames is the Great Wall by none other than Yao Ming himself. Because you have to understand, Yao Ming was 7'6". The fact that this man was looking down at Shaq at any point in time, this man was enormous, is from his home country. He's from China. I love the parallels. The international player coming into the league, represent his home country. Yao Ming, my first one, the Great Wall.
Great Wall. Okay. I like that. See, again, I'm old school. My whole list is going to be old school, so I don't even want to hear none of that new school stuff. Ain't nobody made enough impacts. You know what I'm saying, to get on this list.
Okay.
If you born in the 2000s. All right, second one, Gilbert Arenas, Hibachi.
Oh.
I mean, that everybody is cooking now. Everybody is chef this. You know what I mean? He was the first one that I can remember with any type of reference to cooking. So him being Hibachi, you know, if you ever been to the Hibachi, you know what I mean? You already know what time it is. I honestly just like the volcano. That's why I like Hibachi. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Gilbert Arenas, Hibachi. If you don't know, Mr. Shoot the half court jumper for the game winner, like just crazy stuff. That's me. Who you got as your second, Trey?
See, as my second,
Number two.
somebody who is definitely not an all-star, maybe not even the most popular player in the league. Chris Anderson as Birdman. Early in his career, Chris Anderson used to attack the basket and play with his head above the rim. And that's how he got his nickname, Birdman, because it looked like he was flying. And when he got all the tattoos, was tatted up, was on Miami, got himself a ring. Like, how can you not like the Birdman? Number two, Chris Anderson, the Bird.
Yeah, man, I like that. You know, his Mohawk game was something serious, and I always wanted something like that. It never worked. I just had the Roscoe Dash. So, yeah. Number three, taking it back to when I was a little bit boy. This man is.
Oh, when they played in black and white. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we're gonna skip over that part.
Okay.
This is somebody who has done what a lot of players wish they could do, which is come from a street ball background, an unorganized background, and then make it not only to college, but all the way to the NBA and have a lot of success in the NBA. This is none other than Skip to my boy. You know, he got the nickname from just doing what he does on the court, whether it be the blacktop or the hardwood, and it carried over. Being able to do something like that, be a legend in the game in two different areas, is bar none something that is just super rare, and somebody that was really cool to me without even ever having to try to be cool, you know. So for sure, that's my number three. What about you, Trey?
Number three, probably one of the biggest trendsetters in the NBA, and that's Allen Iverson as the answer. Allen Iverson had every single person wearing do-rags. It didn't matter your race, didn't matter your ethnicity. You had a do-rag on, you wanted a whole bunch of tattoos, and you wanted cornrows. And it was because of Allen Iverson. The fact that they just gave this man a dress code in the NBA because Allen Iverson's wearing whatever you wanted. Allen Iverson as the answer. And the simple fact that he got this was because at no point in time was he really playing with other stars on the 76ers. But it was, hey, if you give me the ball, I will be the answer and get you this dub. So Allen Iverson as the answer, love it. Chef's kiss. Just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. AI is one of those special type of guys who, like you said, he had an answer for everything. And if he didn't, he was going to make sure that he played his hardest. So that's somebody that I definitely agree with, a great nickname. Sticking with the smaller guards, once again, we got somebody who's done the unthinkable, and I don't think there will ever be another quite like him, even though we've had smaller guards, sure, but somebody to do it at his level and really, like, in the toughest, roughest, probably generation of NBA basketball, is Muggsy Bogues. I don't even know his real name, but I know it's not Muggsy. I know it's not Muggsy. I know that. His real name might be Elgin or something like that, but it's not Muggsy. So the fact that we got Muggsy is amazing. Somebody, what is he, like 5'5"? Oh, 5'3". Wow.
5'3".
Woo! Yeah, no, you're not getting that again. You're not getting that again. You are.
We will have to do a whole segment just on the fact that this man played in the league for as long as he did. Because now, if you below 6 foot, you're not making it to the league, baby. This man was 5'3".
Listen. 14 years technically. He only played 3 games last year. And to average 7 and 7 for your career with 1.5 steals.
Solid.
Like, bro, he didn't even have long arms, so it's not like his ape index was crazy. No. His real name is Tyrone. I'm a little bit disappointed. I can see why he went with Muggsy because I know
I'm really
nobody will remember Tyrone. Muggsy it is. Muggsy Bogues for my 4th. Who you got?
Next up, this is just a personal favorite of mine, and this is Kristaps Porzingis as the unicorn. Kristaps and really Kevin Durant were 2 of the first legit 7-footers who could shoot the 3, handle the ball, play above the rim, and also guard 1 through 5. So Porzingis, for me, the unicorn. Really wish he would have came out with a clothing line or something. It would have been weird because of all the colors. Don't get me wrong, but I just really like the nickname, the unicorn. You are one of one, baby, a one of one.
Mid 2010s when he first, came onto the scene, started doing his thing. I was coaching AAU basketball at the time, and when I tell you, everybody was a unicorn this, a unicorn that. The unicorn took off like crazy. It was Jelly Found and the unicorn stuff. Yes. Everybody wanted to be different. So I agree. I don't know where it came from, where it started. It might have been some New York stuff once again, but yeah, the unicorn is definitely a really, really good nickname. Rounding out my list at number 5, this one I had to do for my father because whenever he would talk about basketball, he would mention this man, and when I tell you, he would go on and on and on about this man. I was like, who is this man? The name is fire. World Be Free. Lloyd Bernard Free. Now, exactly. If you, 35 and under, you're like, who in the world is this? This guy played in the 70s and 80s. He went up against, early Jordan. He went up against Magic, all those guys in the 70s and 80s, right?
Oh, that's why.
So, this guy was a supreme bucket getter. Like, supreme. Like, at one point in time, he was averaging 11 free throws a game. Like, he was getting to that rack. We talking about he played before that 3-point line, my boy. Like, finished MVP voting not top getter, but at least top 10 multiple times. Averaged 20 points a game. Like, again, this man was a bucket getter. World Be Free. That name is just, like, so fly to me. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. I don't know how they came up with it, but World Be Free, number 5. He had the big chops, too, that they had in the 70s. Crazy receding hairline, even though he was on like 25. Like, World Be Free, man. He was one of them ones. And that's why he gets number 5 on the nickname list.
Now, for my final spot, This man, I think, is remembered more for his nickname than he will ever be remembered for his play on the actual basketball court. And that's the one, the only, the myth, the legend, Brian Scalabrine as the White Mamba.
Oh,
Like, it's just so iconic. It's a hilarious spinoff of the Black Mamba. As if you don't know, Brian Scalabrine is like one of probably the hardest playing role players to come off the bench. Really only played a couple minutes his whole career, but he just had the mentality. If you give him the ball's going up. There will be shots taken, regardless of how many minutes this man plays. So for me, Brian Scalabrine, love, love, love the nickname, the White Mamba.
the White Mamba is just crazy for so many reasons, man. But I definitely agree. Brian Scalabrine is one of those guys who a lot of people would think, oh,
yeah,
I can take this guy. I can do that.
Yeah.
But he has countless videos on him on YouTube just absolutely dominating the average Joes that think is sweet out there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Dude who went to USC, done his thing, got to the league, didn't really pan out, but he made a good career for himself. That's your fit.
Yeah, and just like that, we really appreciate y'all joining us for another episode of the podcast. But before we go, Denzel, you got a hot take for us today?
Oh. Hot take. Let's see. There will be an NBA lockout within 3 years.
Okay. I like that hot take. NBA lockout within 3 years. Hot take. Book it now. But if you are somebody that is new to the podcast, new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell to get notified every time we post a video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. What is your favorite NBA nickname, and how did you like ours? Also, how do you feel about a potential lockout coming to the NBA? Because with so much money flowing around, I wasn't expecting it. Not going to lie. But just like that, we will see you in the next one. Peace.